President Museveni, are you able to provide us with an update, as briefly as you can, on the oil refinery project that you're working on in Uganda, and what impact you're expecting this will have on investment in your country?
Yeah, but before I do that, what these gentlemen and ladies should know is that the African economies have been growing at high rates, 6%, 7%, some of them 9%, some of them even 10%, in spite of the bottlenecks, in spite of lack of electricity or inadequate electricity, in spite of poor road transport. These economies have been growing at very high rates. So you can imagine what will happen if we solve the bottlenecks as we are doing now. I thought I should mention that. Now, your little $100 million, which you are talking about,
For a start.
is just a joke, because the demands are so much that little $100 million of yours, it may help me to build some more, because now I have a problem of producing a lot of maize, which I export unprocessed. I have a lot of fruits, which are not processed. I have a lot of agro-processing. We just consume that little
Not even enough.
$100 million of yours. But coming to the other question of the refinery, yes, we have agreed with the oil companies, because the oil companies were trying to lecture me that we did not need an oil refinery. Now, I happened to visit Iran. Iran is a country which is not popular here. But me, I go to all those places. I come to England. From there, I go to other places also. Now, when I went to Iran, I asked the president there, I said, President, you produce oil. Do you have refineries here? He told me, and this was the other one, the one you didn't like most here in the West. the former one, the one who was there before. Ahmadinejad. He said, we have 9 oil refineries and we are building another 7. Now, here I was being lectured that I should not have even 1. So, but eventually, it was resolved. And they thought that I didn't know much about economics. Because the problem we have in Uganda is that we are landlocked. So when you bring oil from outside, my neighbors who are Muslims and Christians and so on, they knock off some money for transporting oil through their territory. So what was going to happen if we did not have an oil refinery would be that our crude would pay tax, transit tax, going out, and the refined products would pay transit tax coming in. So I said, look here. Even my late old mother knew some economics. To see that this is not correct. So we have now agreed on the oil refinery. We have also agreed on the crude that should go in the pipeline. So I think we are moving very well now. We are now very friendly with the oil companies. We have also agreed on the gas. We shall never flare our gas. Gas is not for flaring. Gas is for producing power. Gas is for helping us to process our iron ore into steel. So we have agreed on all those points which had made oil a curse in some other situations. This oil of Uganda will not be a curse. It is a blessing.